Joe Patrick here, Dirty South Soccer at Fido Irish Pub in the heart of Buckhead, alongside Julian Gressel from Atlanta United. We're here to obviously celebrate Julian's new website, Gresselmania.com, where you can hear all about what's going on and off the field with Julian. And the only question I have is, why didn't you want to blog for Dirty South Soccer, man?
Yeah, I know. This is it's just
it's neither here or there, but we'll get into it with Julian in just a second here. All right, fanciest dresser on Atlanta United?
Joseph.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he always has a nice suit coming to the games. You know, he looks pretty good.
He seems like he cares about how he looks.
Yeah.
Class clown is the funniest player.
Jeff's pretty sneakily funny, which is pretty interesting, I think, from a fan's perspective. Yeah, but there's a few guys, you know, that crack up jokes here and there. Brad is actually pretty funny too.
Wow, we're learning new things here, folks, because I had another question. Who's the most dad? Because I thought this was going to be Jeff.
Yeah, probably Jeff as well, but you probably have Parky. Parky's most dad, yeah.
Along those lines, most likely to visit a chain restaurant?
Chain restaurant. Probably Mikey Ambrose. I feel like I have a lot of answers with Mikey.
A lot?
A lot. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Depends on what kind of questions you ask.
What restaurant, do you know? Are you allowed to say?
No,
Visit
I think
too often?
they just, yeah, from what I hear, they go to chains a lot.
Nice. Who is the player most likely to win the lottery?
Probably Kevin. He always plays the lottery. He always has a look out of what the jackpot is and all that stuff.
That's amazing. Any teammate that gets picked on the most, just like, you know, we have a class clown, is there anyone that gets the
yeah, that's probably Mikey as well, you know. He gets picked on quite a bit.
Tata called him a Boy Scout, obviously. That was a little...
Yeah, see, Tata was picking him.
Yeah. And it's not, I don't think he meant it as an insult, but it's, you know, it's borderline. Your best friend on the team?
Yeah, that's Kevin. It's always been Kevin ever since we got here. You know, we're roommates on the road. We talk quite a bit in German. You know, he obviously, he was the only guy that came to our wedding in the off season. So yeah, definitely Kevin.
Most likely to bomb a stand-up comedy set?
That's a good question. Man, you have to. There's a lot of guys in our locker room. But I just think about this now. Maybe Miles.
Okay.
But he would be like, he's still sneakily funny, you know?
He's like so bad it's funny.
Yeah.
Kind of,
yeah.
Who is the future manager? Who's the future manager on the team?
Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see him be like a college coach and then go from there, kind of.
Just running those guys into the ground, I bet. Yeah. Worst dancer or worst goal celebration? Take your pick.
Probably Eric Remedy. That celebration at Yankee Stadium was pretty funny. Haven't really seen him dance, to be honest, but I could see him be not the best.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing we haven't seen him dance. Judging on that, I'm surprised you actually didn't say him for who gets picked on the most. I feel like every time one of the players Instagram something, they add the nose.
He's a funny guy, though. You know, he's a good guy. I don't like picking on.
You're a good guy. If you had to choose a superpower, what would it be, and why?
Probably to have a photographic memory. I think that comes in really, really handy in the perfect times.
If you could have dinner with any sports figure, who would it be? Or just have to spend some time? Have a beer, maybe.
That's a good question. Man. I mean, you know, I would love to pick Austin Schweinsteiger's brain, you know, about what he's been through in his career. Maybe when he comes to Atlanta and they stick around a bit after the game, maybe I get a chance and I'm man enough to ask him. Yeah, I mean, there's so many names out there, you know, they're just amazing people that you want to speak to.
I'm surprised you didn't pick a golfer, because I know you're a big golfer.
Yeah, I am a big golfer, but I mean, they just gonna report about what they travel, you know, they travel and about the beautiful places they've seen. It's like, well, I'm not gonna go with you. I just want to hear about it.
All right, pivot question. If you could play 18 holes with anybody, who would it be?
Tiger Woods, for sure. And I think Ricky Fowler. I think he seems like a really cool, down-to-earth guy that, you know, it's really fun to just have 18
And my last question is, why the hell did you want to become a blogger?
So yeah, I mean, this is it's the start of something bigger. I think, you know, it's not just the blog itself, but you know, I'm always a guy that was really connected to the fans, and I think through that blog I have a little more of a voice where I can really go into more detail, other than on Twitter, where you only get a certain amount of characters to write on, or Instagram, you know, where you have a certain amount of seconds to say something, and it's always easier to express yourself, I feel like, writing, when you're really alone, because you think about how you want to say, what you want to say. So that was the main reason why I started it, you know, and you know, I've always, like I said, I've always been connected to the fans, and if that blog now, yeah, draws some good attention and then people like it, then, you know, I'll obviously continue, hopefully for a longer time, because it's a great tool for me to really show kind of the person I am, what I believe in, what I'm like, you know, and my thoughts on certain topics, and what goes on in our locker room, you know, what goes on, what I think about games, all these kind of things. And yeah, just to kind of expand myself, you know, and kind of give a little bit back to the great fan base of how we've been supported and all that.
Yeah, that's great. I've gone on, read your first couple posts already, so it's good stuff, and I encourage everybody else out there to go to Gresselmania.com and check it out. It's good stuff. So, Julian, thanks for coming and joining us for this beer, and we'll drink the rest of it after we get done here. Thanks to Julian Gressel for joining us today. Make sure you check out his site, Gresselmania.com, as well as Fado Irish Pub. It's a great place to watch a game, especially an Atlanta United game. And make sure you check out Dirty South Soccer on YouTube. Click the bell icon to subscribe for when we go live, because we will do that from time to time. And we will see you guys when we do the next video.